Okay, we're gonna continue with the equations, but we're gonna actually talk about inequalities. They're very similar to equations, so we're gonna go back to last year again. So last year, you slowly did scenarios like this. 2x is less than 10. So what number or numbers could x be to make it that this side will always be less than 10? Okay, it's the same scenario of equations. Okay, we're going to divide both sides by 2, and x needs to be less than 5. Okay, then you probably graphed this last year. You did them on number lines. We got 5, 0, 10. And if you remember, this cannot be 5 because 5 is not less than 5. So you put an open circle because it cannot equal 5. It has to be below 5. It could be 4.999999999, but it cannot be 5. So there's endless answers because it could be any value less than 5. Okay? And we could check. Let's plug in 0. 2 times 0. Is that less than 10? Yes. Check the opposite. Plug in a number that's greater than. 2 times 10 is 20. Is 20 less than 10? No. So we know it's going this way. Do it other scenarios where you will see something like this, where it might be like 5 plus 3x equals 29. Okay, we'll do this is greater than or equal to 29. So this side it could be 29 or it has to be greater. So we're trying to find what numbers that x could be that we plugged it in and we do the operations. This will be 29 and greater. So same scenario, we're dealing with solving for x scenario. So x has to be greater than or equal to 8. So because that key word, the key thing here, the line down here says it could be equal to, x is greater than or equal to 8. It could equal 8, so you have a closed circle and you're going that way. And we want to check 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Is 5 greater than 29? No. Let's plug in 10. 3 times 10 is 30. 35 is greater than or equal to 29, so we know we're going in the correct direction. And the one thing we haven't talked about yet, last year you did a little bit, so we'll refresh you guys right now. Let's go with 26. Okay, so 6 minus 5x, it has to be greater than 26. So we're trying to find a number. So we plug in here and we do the operations that this side will always be greater than 26. And we want to check here. X is greater than, okay, we're going here, this is greater than, equal to, so it's an open circle. We'll check our work. We plug 0 in here. 0 times 5 is 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. Is 6 greater than 26? No. So there's a mistake here. And what you were taught last year, it might not have sunk in, that's why we're doing it again, that when you divide by a negative, or multiply by a negative, because we could have multiplied this by negative 1/5, and it would still got a 1 here. You have to flip the sign to make it true. So our correct answer, x is less than -4. We can check. -8 negative 5 times negative 8 is positive 40. 6 plus 40 is 46. So, and that is greater than 26. And we can plug this to check. 0. 0 times 5 is 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. 6 is not greater than 26. So the key thing you have to remember here, guys, is that when you divide by a negative, you have to flip the sign. Okay, so now that gets into what we are doing now. That was a last year CC2, and now we're in CC3 or 8th grade math. Now we're going to tie it into what we just did. The homework we did this past week. So let's say we have y is less than 2x plus, let's go 2x minus 3. Okay, so then I say, okay, 2 is my slope. So 2 can be written as 2 over 1 or negative 2 over negative 1. So go back to what we did earlier, did 3 is here. Negative 3. I go up positive 2 over 1. Down 2 over negative, or to the left 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. So I have my line. And going back to the linear line, the straight number lines we did with the number was x was less than 1. We would open circle going down because it cannot equal 1. And it's the same kind of thing here. So you have to make this line a dotted line by connecting the points. And now you think, okay, why, this is my y value. The y values are less than 2x minus 3. And we've established that this line represents 2x minus 3. So every possible answer is everything below it. You don't need to go crazy and fill it in completely, but enough where I could see that this is the correct answer. And we could check by plugging in a point that's shaded. Let's go right here. That's an easy one because it has a 0 involved. 3, 0. We could check it, okay? That's my x, that's my y. 0 less than 2 times 3 minus 3. 0 less than 6 minus 3 is 0 less than 3. Yes. So we made the correct scenario. The easiest number to point to guess is always the origin because it is 0, 0. So if we plug in 0, 0, is 0 less than negative 3? It is not. So that's why this spot is not shaded. Okay? We'll do another one here. Let's see, we have endless points that will be correct answers on these. Let's say y is greater than or equal to 1/3 x minus 2. Okay, negative 2 is my y-intercept. My slope is 1/3 or negative 1 over negative 3. So I go up 1 over 3, 1, 2, 3. And I go down 1 over 3, 1, 2, 3. And I have 3 points. And because it's equal to, just like if we had x is less than or equal to 6 last year, it would have been a closed circle and going backwards because it could equal 6. So the same kind of thing here. So now you just do your normal line and go, you could see it as, ooh, y is greater than, so you see greater, positive going up. So your answers are all in here because that's greater than. You always want to check. 0, 0 is the easiest. 0 is greater than or equal to 1/3 times 0 minus 2. 0 is identical to 0, take away 2. 0 is greater than or equal to -2. That is true, so we shaded the correct spot. Okay, so tonight's homework, we're going to slowly work through graphing these once again. Equal to, normal line, not equal to, your dotted line. It could be dots or little hyphens, but make sure I can visually see the difference, okay? Have a fantastic day.